Alright everybody, here we have the Meta Fury, sorry. Frame. This is the racing green with the light blue Atlantic lens on there. And check it out. Let's see this the little rip here. Opening. There you go. First hand case and everything. Comes in a nice little box. You guys can see all the inside. In here looks like you'll have your paperwork and everything in here. You guys can see. Open this up really quick. They provide a little QR code here so you can do prescription lenses if you like. And it's gonna have all the brochure. I'm not gonna go through too much of that. You guys can see this, just so you'll see what you get in here really quick. Reference guide. Kind of just goes a quick overview of how to manage your Meta glasses, and it gives you the battery life status there on there, and the safety warranty stuff here. So we'll go through that. And then of course you get a nice little cleaning cloth. In here is folded and everything, so I'll leave that in there. We don't need that just yet. Set that one aside there. And again, scan to get started if you wanted to. It's all recyclable little box here. Let's put this aside. And here's the mirror. No, sorry, the Meta glasses. The case is a nice green color. Let me see if I can get this the light. No, can't get this. Some of the light sun to show up there. Pretty nice color case. You guys can see that. There's only the Meta logo here up in the front. And it's pretty nice. These are kind of like the Ray-Ban display ones that had the case that opens up and then that you can fold it. So this is pretty nice, you know, that you can get this as well. Let me pull these out really quick, and then I'll show you guys. I'll set these so it won't get scratched up. The nice thing about this, as you guys have been looking at, that this folds down like this, and you can stick it in your pocket. It's much easier to put it in your pocket, so you can carry the case with you like this, and then you don't have to worry about having a bulky item in there. And this actually, you can have it there, and then when you're ready to, let's say you're eating or something, when you stop by and you don't need your glasses, you can pull them out and open it up, and then you can just set your glasses back in there, and then just set them, you know, wherever you want. And let's say you're eating lunch or something, and it can be charged. Give it, even if you left them for 10 minutes, they'll give you I can't remember, but let's say if you are at 30%, I think it can go up to 50% in about 10 minutes. I've seen it at least with the Oakleys. I'm sure these do the same thing. I'll get it more in the sunlight so you guys can see it. That way you guys can take a look. Let's take out the little protective glare. Look at that. These are nice shiny. It's kind of, these are the see-through kind of color green, which is kind of what I like. I'm kind of liking these see-through. As you guys can see, this is the Oakley. This is the Curry. See the shiny as well, but it's also see-through. And I think that's what makes it really, I don't know, to me, more elegant. And then these have the little flex, so you can flex it as well. And then this is one of the first things that I like about the Meta glasses. You can see here in the see-through, you can't really bend these. And if you have an issue, not an issue, but let's say sometimes I notice that I'll be wearing the glasses. They kind of like sometimes will slide down like this. But with these are adjustable. So this back part, you can bend it back in here. So then it's going to hold it from the back here. Let me show you guys. Let me set these here. And then see, And if you need a little bit more grip here to get forward, this is just bend it in, bend this side in, and you can see it's got the wire in there. Hopefully that shows up on the video there. See how it is in there. And then you can see it's got the Meta logo there, and up here it's got the button for taking pictures and accessing the camera and all the features. Let's say if you wanted to do, instead of saying hey Meta, you can just push and hold that down, whatever you want to configure. And then the other nice thing about these, on all the current Metas, you can see it only has these like kind of like grip there. These have the little nose, so these are adjustable, so you can move these around as well. See how you got different positions that you like depending on how that's gonna fit around your nose bridge, and you can set that at how comfortable you want those to be on there. And that also helps. Look, check it out. I'm shaking pretty hard, and it's on there very securely. That's not coming out. Hopefully those look pretty good. I like this wider band on the sides. It looks pretty nice, I think. Now, so you guys can see here, like I mentioned to you guys, it's got the Meta logo in there. It's the see-through, which is nice. You can see everything, and this is feels very solid build, just as good as these Oakley brand and the Ray-Bans. They do all feel really nice. This is, doesn't feel cheap or anything. And then also wanted to show you guys also, you can see the lights here on the left, that's on the right, sorry. And then the left side's got the camera here. And then if you notice, I'll show you guys quickly. You guys can look at the difference. It's a little bit less noticeable now with the camera. And then I don't know if this light will be less lighted up. Probably outside is not going to be as noticeable, maybe. But here you can see the difference. Not that it makes a difference probably in viewing, but being smaller, it almost looks like it's like if you had a rivet on that was part of the lens. See, let's say you were looking at these sunglasses like this, you almost think like, oh well, maybe that's a rivet that's holding some kind of mechanism, as like opposed to this, you can kind of morally tell that, hey, there's a camera or something going on with these glasses on these Oakley Hastings. But yeah, and then you can see right here where it connects for the charging, where it charges in there. And I gotta check it out. Let me see if you guys can see here. Maybe you can't see through here, but see how you can see the contacts more through here, as you guys can see that there. But here you can see, I'm wondering, it might be that they almost look, it's pretty close. It's gonna be hard to tell, but hopefully they line up. I don't know, maybe, let's test this out really quick. Let me see. I'll set these in here, see if these can go in here. Yeah, it looks like you can see it's charging. So you can use you'll be able to, if you have probably Oakleys and Ray-Bans, you'll be able to charge up together, and you can see the light there blinking. So it is charging. And then if you wanted to charge this, I have an adapter here, but you can charge up the case. You guys can see that it's charging up the case in orange, it tells you. So you can actually be able to charge your other, you can see that, hopefully that captures on there. You guys can see that in the video. So you could see basically use if you had your Oakleys or anything, and or Ray-Bans, because I know the show work with Ray-Bans too, because I've used my Ray-Ban case with the Oakleys as well. Kind of lens color. Again, this is the Blue Atlantic. It's pretty nice actually. For being out here bright, I can see that outside it looks good. So yeah, these are going to be released, I think, at Best Buy on Wednesday coming up. Depending on when you guys are watching this video, I'm sure they'll be out already. But yeah, these is feeling good, very comfortable. It's not really, the nice thing about this, since it does have that flex, see how you guys see that flex actually, you know how sometimes you put the sunglasses like these, I kind of feel a little bit, because these don't have that flex, so they do feel a little tight. You know how sometimes you put sunglasses and you feel pressure here? With these you don't, because it flexes, and then at the same time if you adjust these, they're not gonna fall off. They're gonna stay on there really nice. And then the other thing you guys can see here, it's got the Meta logo on that. Hopefully that shows up in the video. It looks like it's etched or lasered on that lens there. But yeah, hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, any comments or anything, leave those below and I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.